In a world full of movie podcasts, here is one more. Welcome to Defend Your Movie with Sean Donnelly.
The time has come again. The champion must stand. It can only be one of us. Victoria! So stand up and fight, my friend. There's a title you must defend. Shut it on and on. Bring it to me. Defend your
Hello there, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Defend Your Movie with a crossover with
Stand by your band.
and mid-sip.
That's right.
Don't worry, we stopped last week's episode for a cookie break, so you're right at home, Tom.
No, there's no time for cookie breaks. We're in a rush. By the way, I am Tom Thakkar, the Wolf of Dog Street.
And I'm Tommy McNamara, the Dog of Wolf Street.
Wow, they got nicknames.
They got nicknames. We just came up with an audience name. Do you guys have an audience name? We call them the Defenders. We say
Defenders.
Ours,
Defenders
I
is
actually
good.
forgot we haven't said in a while. Ours are Piss Freaks.
Piss freaks.
Yeah.
Because there's a
I swear
running
to
joke,
God.
a joke that is not true, that I'm a big piss fetish guy.
Is that how it started?
Yeah, hey, Tom, I heard.
Well, you know, rumors don't just start.
Yes, they do.
It had to come from somewhere. Not just
Tom's
me
just like,
throwing it out
well,
there.
you know the saying, all rumors are true. So, you know that old adage.
I'm not saying that Tommy loves piss. He just must like it a little bit for it to be true.
I'm not saying like dossier type love.
I didn't think we'd get into it this quickly.
Yeah, it's true. That's Sean Donnelly. I'm Andy Fiore. We're here with the Stand By Your Band guys, Tommy McNamara and Tom Thakkar. And we got a 2-on-2 battle today.
We have a 2-on-2
yeah.
battle, and I really can't wait because I don't know what the fuck you're thinking.
This is going to feel good,
I didn't
though.
realize that this is what we were doing. I've been entered into a battle that I do support,
Oh,
but
so
I
wait,
don't
so
remember.
what did you think
agreeing
it
to.
was?
I thought we were just going to discuss these two movies, these fine classics.
That's essentially what
One,
it is.
pretty much
one
what it
clearly better than the other. That being That Thing You Do.
Ooh.
Yeah, so Tom thought we'd have a passive-aggressive battle.
Well, you know
I
how...
thought we just talk, you know? Just chit-chat. What were you going to say?
Well, you know how, like, in the Super Bowl, the two teams meet at midfield and just kind of talk about who's better, and then they don't really... they don't actually play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They text each other. And,
How's your wife? Good? Yeah, okay. All right. Have a good game.
let's not even play the game. No, I think that... Because you know what it was? Because a lot of times this happens on our show, and I feel like it probably happens on yours too, because it's a very similar concept where people will come on and they'll be like, and you guys have to kind of not shit on them for liking a certain band,
Yes.
but they're technically like defending the band, so you kind of have to be like, there's probably certain bands that you're like, well, I do like that band.
Yeah.
Yeah, we run into that a lot.
We run into
course.
it where we're like, we do like the movies, and then we have to take one side. But some of them work out. Like, this one is actually one where I like both movies, but one of them I do think is a clearly better movie.
Agreed.
Do you know what I mean? And we're taking,
Yeah.
me and Andy are taking Almost Famous. Of
course.
And Tom and Tommy are taking,
That Thing You
That
Do.
Thing You
Which I
do.
absolutely love.
Featuring the Oneaters. Yeah.
let's be honest, it's a glorified Tom Hanks side
Tom
project.
Hanks'
Totally.
directorial debut.
His direct side product. Yeah, it's the first movie
Is
ever
it his
directed.
debut?
He knew
No,
it wasn't
you
going
can
to be a
tell.
juggernaut. Let's be honest.
Juggernaut?
You guys only picked Almost Famous because you're trying to get on WTF with Mark Maron. And you know he's in it.
Lock the gates.
Lock the gates!
It's a transparent play where you guys both do
Hey,
WTF.
I
fast
listen to
forward
the
to
first
that.
10 minutes of that show every week, okay?
Hey, little known fact about me. I've already done it. So,
Is that true? I fast forward through that part of the movie only.
Let me ask you, why would you, because I love the two that we're doing these two. What do you think about that you think you do that you love? Do you guys
Okay.
both love it?
I
Yes.
really love it. Yeah.
I really love it as
Really?
well. One of my first favorite movies of all time. Killer soundtrack. One of the greatest
Killer
soundtracks.
Killer soundtrack.
It's their songs.
Is it all
yeah, you're
them?
also
Of course.
you're going up against rock gods, like classics.
Which classics? They're no
Fever
wonders.
Dog. Fuck out of here.
Almost Famous is one of the only movies, the only of two movies that Led Zeppelin personally gave the rights to.
It was Paddington 2, and it was...
No, that Fast Times.
yeah.
Okay.
And Monsters, Inc. And also, the original music in Almost Famous is written by one half of the band Heart, which is fucking badass.
Yeah, Nancy Wilson, Cameron Crowe's husband, wife.
Wife, yeah.
Sounds like Broken Heart to me.
Not 80s Heart, 70s Heart. So that's what I'm wondering. Who do you know who created the music? Like the Wonders?
Jimmy and Guy.
Oh, so
we
it's a
should know.
documentary now.
Yeah, you idiots are talking about a fake band.
No, because I'm wondering if it was like Tom Hanks writing the songs with
I
them.
can't
or something.
imagine that's right. Do you know Tom?
I don't know, but yeah, we should
we
look
should
that
have.
up.
Yeah. We
Because I
probably could
feel
look that
like
up
the
while we're
guy, what's his name? Oh, the guy he's the main guy. He's the drummer. He's supposed to be the cool drummer.
talking. Oh, Guy. That's
Guy,
his name,
but
right?
in real life, because he was like big for like 5 years. Because he did
Yeah.
American Werewolf in Paris.
Yes.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
Whatever his name is. That guy, I don't know for a fact. I can almost guarantee you that he plays the
That
drums
he
in real
actually
life.
was playing it in-
because
yeah.
he had that thing to it.
Well, he was a drummer
That
in La
thing
La
he
Land,
did?
too.
That's true. He was.
Yeah.
What?
Boys.
It was
It was good.
It's beyond. Thanks, Tommy.
I caught it.
What'd you say?
You're like, he almost had that thing, and I was like, fill it in. That thing he did.
Tom Everett
Not good
Scott.
on the revisit.
Not great on the roof.
Tom Everett Scott.
Tom Everett Scott.
Tom Everett Scott. Thank you.
So I've got some breaking news
Okay.
on who wrote the song "That Thing You Do." The song was written by Adam Schlesinger, not related to Liza.
The Party Goblin?
But the bassist of a little group called Fountains of Wayne.
Yeah. What up, Jers?
You must feel stupid now. Everyone knows Fountains of Wayne is better than Heart.
I thought it was the guy who started Movie Phone. That's Andrew Jarecki. That's somebody different.
Hello.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you lost on that one. Okay, that's 1 point.
I don't know about all that. Fountains of Wayne are arguably good.
Stacy's mom.
No, they are good.
Oh wait, I hate that song.
but she's got it going on.
You got a real toss-up, maybe not even so much of a toss-up in Behind the Camera. Hanks versus Cameron Crowe. You got to give Cameron Crowe on this one.
Yeah.
Can I make a
to.
point?
Yes.
Tom Hanks never made a movie called We Bought a Zoo.
But it does
I like
rhyme
We Bought a
with
Zoo.
Never saw it.
It's great.
It does rhyme with that thing you do. So consider that. Have you thought about that?
That thing you do, we bought a zoo.
What else has Hanks done? What other Hanks?
He did like a documentary about space, about Apollo. I think he directed like one of the episodes.
Did he
of,
direct Apollo 13? No. That was
No,
Ron
no,
Howard.
no.
obviously.
He did the
That was
prequel.
Ron Howard.
Like an actual documentary about the
yeah.
Apollo missions. This is the thing about Hanks. Now, we kind of shit on him.
Not
The other
a
day
Hanks
we
household
had
here.
not a Hanks household.
Ooh, I didn't
But
know that. Wow.
I do like him a lot. I just when you put him up against certain things, that thing you do for Hanks, like Tom Hanks is like obsessed with like the '60s. Like he
Yeah.
loves '60s nostalgia. He produced the CNN,
the history of-
'60s.
Oh, did he really?
Documentary.
Yeah, I know that.
He did the Apollo mission one. He loves everything from that era, which I liked the fact, but like this just feels like more of that. That's why it feels like a smaller scale movie than Almost Famous.
It's definitely a smaller scale.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
But I just feel more emotional connection to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
because I think it's going to be more circumstances of when you watched it than like the
This
movie
is a lot like
itself.
our podcast, this is our podcast.
Yeah, you're here.
That thing you do, like, yeah, we saw it when I'm assuming you were a child.
You're going to say there's a certain thing.
There's a nostalgic factor.
Me too.
for
That's
sure,
all the time. Yeah.
Where I saw this movie, I watched a bunch of clips from it today, and I was brought back. It taught me about romance. It's a great romantic comedy. I guess it would be that.
I think it would
Sorry,
be
I'm eating gum
categorized
bears.
as that, but
Almost.
it's more.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's more now we would look at it as a dramedy, I guess.
Yeah, but because it is kind of, it's very dramatic throughout.
Yes.
And I remember it felt tragic when I was a child because you want them to succeed. And watching the clips as an adult, I'm like, oh yeah, of course this was never going to work out.
See, for me, you have like Liv Tyler in it.
I
and
love Liv
something
Tyler.
else about music.
You don't like Liv Tyler?
It just makes me think. I'm like, oh, this is like when she was in Empire Records, and then it
Dude,
gives me like
yeah.
a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not saying it's bad. I actually enjoy watching it. And Steve Zahn, I love.
He's
Steve Zahn's
incredible.
wonderful.
Steve Zahn's great.
He's so funny.
Yeah, he's great. But
He's a
when it comes
delight.
to, I think when it comes to Almost Famous, for me at least,
Cast.
the cast is unbelievable.
Oh, who's in it?
Billy Crudup, who's fucking. Oh, yeah, right, exactly. Kate Hudson, probably arguably what?
No Liv
hands
Tyler.
down the
Right.
best thing she's done.
Yeah, absolutely. Zoe Deschanel.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Counterpoint.
Frances McDormand.
Frances
I mean,
McDormand.
it is
yeah.
an
legendary.
incredible cast.
Zoe
It's a great
Deschanel.
cast.
William Fugit.
And it was
Mark Maron.
Is it the best thing Cameron Crowe's done?
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Jerry Maguire's probably.
Jerry Maguire better than Almost Famous?
I don't know.
Wait, what? Who?
What's better?
I
Almost
think
Famous?
I think on Revisit
Famous.
you might change your mind. They're close though. I like both films.
But the point is, you're
But
at
it-
peak
for this-
Cameron Crowe because you're right. He's at like We Bought a Zoo time right now, and kind of out of the game a little bit. Back
Guys,
then,
We Bought a
that
Zoo
was
is
what,
not
90
a bad movie.
I didn't see it. It got
didn't see it
panned,
either.
Andy.
Just
It's
give,
fine.
All right,
It's-
the premise alone. Come on, the name. That's bad. Are you gonna defend Hotel for Dogs next?
Yes.
But what I'm saying is, you're at peak Cameron Crowe time.
Oh, yeah.
Like what's that? 96. That's like
Almost Famous?
yeah.
No, 2000.
Oh, 2000. Sorry,
Yeah.
but you're still peak Cameron. I'm a Cameron Crowe apologist.
Cameron
because I
Crowe?
even liked Vanilla Sky, and nobody likes that.
I hated
nobody likes
Vanilla
Vanilla
Sky.
Sky.
Did you hate it?
I hated it.
I
Tom on that.
love
I-
it.
I was too
Singles.
young.
Singles also a great.
Oh, yeah,
movie.
Singles.
That's Cameron Crowe.
That's like
Singles doesn't hold. Singles is like a quintessential 90s. I think you have to be like 20 in the 90s to like Singles, even to this day. Do you know what I mean? Like that's like it's like when people used to watch like married people watch Mad About You. They'd be like, "This is exactly our life." Like, things change in 20
Tom
years.
and I do that too.
We should
Watch Old Mad About You.
You know what I mean? Like that was like people loved Mad About
Yeah,
You.
I loved Mad About You.
Yeah.
Again, I was a romantic child. That's why this. That's why. That's I think why I.
It's like everything that rhymes. Mad About You. We Bought a Zoo. That thing you do.
I do think it's weird that when you first did our podcast, you talked about Counting Crows, and now you're talking about Cameron Crowe.
Crows. Oh my
Look at you with the
god.
crow fetish.
I like
Hell yeah.
anything involved with crows. I do. Those two
Crow's
cartoon
feet.
crows from those old racist cartoons.
That guy who got murdered in a movie that he was filming.
A murder of.
Yeah. Murder of crows. Yeah. Yeah, anything with the word crow in it, I just love. I can't get away from it. But no, when it comes to this stuff, I just think quality of film wise, and if you really want to start arguing it, and as far as experience goes, like Tom Hanks, like he was in it and he's great in it, but he even kind of phones it in the movie. Like,
Yeah.
you're not even getting you don't even get like top of the line Tom Hanks in this.
Look, we can argue about facts all day. Let's talk about feelings a little bit. All right. In the movie That Thing You Do, we are taught we see a love story develop between a drummer and a beautiful roadie. I guess what is Liv? She's the girlfriend of the lead.
band. Yeah.
She's the
kinda hanging
girlfriend
out.
of but
Yeah.
she's the girlfriend of, and she
Yeah.
the monologue. I wasted 1,000 kisses on you.
How many kisses?
How what's the love story in Almost Famous? A pedophile story? It feels like
Deflower
it.
the boy.
Yeah, he's taking
No, they're
advantage.
like the
No,
same
it's
age.
a coming of
No,
age.
he's
That's a
wait,
crush
Yes, when
movie.
he does lose his virginity, they are like the same age. He's 15
But
when
then
he goes off
isn't
and
she
tours
hooking
the
up with the
Stillwater.
lead singer of that band?
Penny Lane is hooking up with.
Well, she's being human trafficked, basically.
Yeah, taking her
on her own volition.
Sure, romantic. But is it the
Sure,
same
they might
level?
have played a card game where there were women at stake. Fine.
Are you me tooing Billy Crudup right now?
Who watches The Watchmen?
No, I think that I think she's supposed to be like 18, so that would make sense then.
Supposed to be.
Or no,
is it?
maybe she's like 16.
I think
yeah.
she's like 16. Yeah, 'cause I actually just watched Almost Famous for the first time in its complete in
To completion.
completion. Yeah. I finally finished while watching Almost Famous. No, I just finally watched the whole thing like maybe 6 months ago or something like that. So I got to watch it with the fresh perspective, and I'm pretty sure she's young.
She's
and
young
it's
in
a
it, you're right.
creepy ass relationship. And I don't support that sort of thing. And if that's what you guys are into, that's fine. But I'll stick with That Thing You Do, which is consensual.
but also corny as fuck.
Corny as fuck.
Well, those dudes back in the day, they were like, because I don't think we talked about this in the show because we never talked about Almost Famous, but like, it's like insane what they were doing. Like, there's an article. I don't know if you remember this. Remember when David Bowie died? There was a woman who wrote an article, but it wasn't her like calling him out. It was a Me Too. It wasn't a Me Too article. It was. She was like 13, and she was like a Penny Lane type, and she went to one of those hotels, and she had sex with David Bowie.
Yeah.
And he was like probably 20,
the problem?
late 20s by that point, whatever it was, or even 30. And she was 13 years old. And the point of the article, she was like, She goes, I had no issues with it. I did not. He didn't get forced into it. I knew what I was doing. It's what I wanted to do.
What year
it was
was
just a
this?
different time. 70 something.
Oh, see, back then, women's ages worked like dogs' ages. And so it was different. It actually was different back then.
But I'm just saying it's interesting because now of what's going on, and then you had some back then. I'm like, why didn't he get shit anyway for it? When that article came out, why didn't dead David
he
Bowie?
still should have gotten
He should have
shit
gotten.
back. Even if the lady's fine
It's the
with
Michael
it.
Jackson syndrome. You just kind of look the other way because he's Bowie.
Right, but still
Yeah, but that
right.
doesn't make it okay.
Nah, it's fine.
Posthumously, we should have fucking shit on David Bowie for
Yeah.
that. But
Here's the platform where we're doing it.
yeah, this will get national coverage. So I think when it comes down to it, what are your feelings when you first watched Almost Famous? Is there your
Loved it because I'm a rock and roll guy. That's my music. I love it. I mean,
He looks like he's in the freaking movie.
Yeah, that's true. You could be in the movie.
Yeah, no, totally. It could be
me in
amazing.
the Sorry, that's a joke that never mind. That's not worth going into.
It's like the great things about rock and roll and the debauchery and all that stuff you love and as a kid you did kind of fantasize about and thought that those guys were gods for all those reasons versus kind of the boy bands of the 60s. It's like the good guy, the haircuts,
Yeah.
the clean cut.
So like, all right, yeah. So Almost Famous is following, let's say, like I don't
It's
know,
following like 70s rock and
like
roll,
name a
like
band,
Allman
like
Brothers maybe,
Thin Lizzy,
or
or like a
Aerosmith
Black
at the
Sabbath,
time.
wasn't it supposed to be kind of
Like
like
a
that?
badass
His
band.
first assignment was to go see Black Sabbath,
that was
and,
what I was
and
thinking.
Stillwater was
guys-
opening for Black Sabbath.
and your
yeah.
movie is
Yes.
following like Flock of Seagulls. Like,
No, not at all.
Not even.
That's a totally
More
wrong.
Beatles,
Not a
Beatles
good
than
that's
everything.
a
yeah.
one-hit wonder.
It's
One-hit
supposed to be
wonder.
like a shitty Beatles. It
Yeah.
seems
Yeah,
like.
which I'm sure
Yeah.
there were a million of in the
Yes.
60s
I
that we just
know,
don't
I know,
about.
time-wise, but Flock of Seagulls sounds funny. Okay, fuck you.
Actually, Flock of Seagulls is pretty good if you go back and
Oh,
revisit their
come
catalog.
on.
So here's what I will say though: the soundtrack to Almost Famous is definitely better, but I misunderstood the point. I think that the actual song, "That Thing You Do," is much better than the song "Fever Dog," which is pretty much the only song we hear Stillwater play.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. That is absolutely
I think it is
fair.
catchy.
Yeah, I
I'll
meant
give it
that's
that
what I
one.
meant too. Is that the bands? Yeah, when
Okay.
I compare,
No, you're
you
right.
don't get to cheat and use better music.
Like Led Zeppelin versus the Wonders. Come on.
The way that you're saying, so you're saying it was the
No, I
dream.
was-
No, the dream, like the rocker thing. This was the dream for me to be a
Oh, yeah, I mean,
drummer.
look at that blazer.
To be a drummer who makes the pretty lady fall in love, and kiss her right for once in front of a bellhop who stares for too long.
Well, at this point, was how old were you when this came out?
Oh, let me see
Because
what year
you
it
guys
was.
are substantially younger than me
Let's
and Andy.
see. Shit.
Because I'm wondering if Liv Tyler, like, was it Aerosmith video crush level yet? I
No,
think
she was past that.
it was past that.
This-
She'd
Yeah,
already
yeah,
been
it's
in
past that.
Armageddon and stuff,
Yes,
right?
I believe. Or it
Well,
was around
Armageddon was
then.
98. I know off the top of my head for some reason.
Yeah,
But
that's right. No, it's but she was in
she
Empire
was in
Records.
all- the Aerosmith videos.
I think it was post Empire Records.
She was it's so crazy how popular she was. And then she was Lord of the Rings. She has a good career.
She has a good career.
Congrats, Liv.
Yeah, we
Empire
love
Records.
Liv.
Strangers is a great movie.
God, I
Empire,
love that movie.
96 is what we're talking.
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Empire Records might be one of the corniest movies on the history of the planet.
But still watchable.
It kind of it's like reminds me of that time when that
that
came
era,
out.
yeah.
Yeah. Not the same time period in the movies.
That
but you know
was
what I'm
her.
saying. Yeah. Well, when was it?
So 96. So I was about probably 8, 9.
Oh, see, that's
Oh,
why
yeah, I was right
I
then.
was 18,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
so I don't have the connection. But I did like the movie. I do like it.
Yeah.
And you know what? You mostly like it. I think you like it because of Tom. I like it because of Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks is great. I was
Yeah.
I remember being disappointed as a child that Tom Hanks wasn't in the band because that's what I thought it was going to be. And I loved Tom Hanks as a kid,
Yeah,
I mean, I loved You've Got Mail. I think that might have been after this, though.
I think it was. Yeah.
But everything he had done,
You've Got Mail was so funny because You've Got Mail actually came out when AOL Mail was already kind of done. I think it was like on its way out.
That was
really?
the
And
year I
whole
got
movie-
AOL.
It's basically a commercial for
Yeah.
AOL.
Yes.
Really? 98?
That was the year I remember I got AOL because
Wow,
they
You've Got
used
Mail's
to have those
99. Holy
they used to
shit.
have those discs. Like we didn't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
internet.
20,000 hours. Or
And yeah, and I was like so excited. The movie totally worked on me as a commercial. I still have an AOL account because of that.
I moved to Seattle.
Tom's like, if I get an AOL, I get to fuck this older lady? That's crazy.
That's how Mellencamp got her.
But when it comes to, see, that's the thing, like, and like you said on your show, normally with the bands, it happens. It happens all the time with movies.
Yeah.
Because people will go, you go, this movie sucks. They'll go, listen, I saw it with my buddies. We're at this place. We're at the mall. We did this. I made out with a girl afterwards. It was like it's the thing around the movie that really solidifies it more than the actual movie. And I can only imagine how music does that.
Oh, for sure.
Even more so.
It's a lot for music, but a lot of times because I think a lot of the bands that people bring on are bands that we also grew up with for the most part. So we a lot of times will be like, I understand why you love Pink or whatever.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But when it comes to Almost Famous, I'm trying to think of the reasons that I loved it.
Well, it is autobiographical too. I mean, I don't know how much. Like, I know Hanks, what you kind of alluded to, is more fond of that era. Is why he made the movies. Cameron Crowe actually lived this story. You know what I mean?
Oh, he was a journalist. Like
he was like a teenage journalist, and I think he went on the road with like a bunch of bands like Zeppelin, Allman Brothers, and I think I read somewhere that Duane Allman was the guy who jumped off the roof at a house party into the pool.
Shit.
Yeah, that's like an actual thing that he remembers from Duane Allman.
That's a real. I heard that's a real story.
I'm a golden god.
I'm a golden god. Isn't that the actual line?
I think so. Yeah, it's like Duane, or at least they were like bullshitting with like.
And also, with the hotel they go to in San Francisco, there was a real hotel like that was just debauchery every day.
Yeah, it's like a rock and roll hotel.
Rock and roll hotel. Yeah, so there's a lot of like true shit in it. What do you have true was? You have Steve Zahn. You have
that is
Werewolf
true.
in Paris.
It is actually true that Steve Zahn went to Disneyland. That is true.
Steve Zahn.
At some point in his life.
Let me ask you this,
Sure
and this is gonna be a
did,
spoiler, but like at the end when they like kind of it's done, right?
Yeah.
Aren't because Steve Zahn just like goes and gets married in that movie. Like, how disappointing is that?
Hey, back then he was living the American dream.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know that he also invested in Apple. No,
Oh, wow.
they're trying to make the movie more relevant.
It's on the Blu-ray.
What was it with Hank? Him and Forrest Gump. They're both big Apple investors.
No, but I also like. I think also where these both movies are similar is being time period.
Yeah,
things.
time
like
period, yes.
who nailed it more. I think the look of Almost Famous. I think because it was so, maybe also because it was part a true story, things
the guy
truer to
lived
me.
it, you know.
Even though, but then that thing you do, like they nail it on every,
Yeah.
the scenery, the background, the scenery, everything.
When like the
looks-
TV store is so
Yeah.
Dude, the part where they play the song on the radio for the first time.
That's
It's a cool
literally
scene.
one of my favorite moments in any movie. It's like pure unbridled joy on screen.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
it's
That's
just-
another category we could do, which we do in this one. Iconic scenes.
Yeah.
You've done that before?
Oh, there's a few. Okay.
Well, Almost
we
Famous,
have to
they
pick-
got the, come on, you gotta.
Lock the gates.
No.
Ow, I just shit my pants.
What if they put on like you know when AFI puts out like the top 100 movie quotes of all time? Like number 3 was "Lock the Gates."
No, Tiny Dancer on the bus.
Yeah.
Tiny Dancer.
And that's a
Art.
music, that's a music scene right there, baby.
But again, a song that was already good without this film. We don't need this film to make that song good.
Very true, but didn't it help?
Well, but when you're talking iconic, I mean,
Didn't help it, but it makes you like get more excited about it when you hear it. I think.
Are we each gonna pick one? Is that how this works?
No, I'm just
we
saying. If
take-
you go up
okay.
against that,
The
what's
scene-
the
throw him against the dartboard.
The scene where Jimmy quits the band and I quit.
I quit. I can't snap, or I would be. I'd be snapping also.
Yeah, that's
I quit.
That's a corny scene.
Oh, it's great.
Oh my
I'll give you
god.
the what, I was
Sorry,
just talking
ladies,
about,
he's engaged.
I was just.
Oh yeah.
I was
That's
just talking
good.
about that one scene when you said that they heard on the radio. That's probably the only scene that I'm like, oh, that's the best scene of the movie.
That's a great scene. I'm trying to think of a couple. I just watched a couple. I mean, I gotta
have
say,
one
the kiss between Guy and Liv Tyler's character at the end. It's weird how long it is. It's like a 2-minute long scene where they're just kissing and then go back to kissing. It's like a real kiss scene. It's
what?
weird.
You know what? There must be a thing on movie sets about kisses. Because it's
Yeah.
funny you say that because I was just watching, and I mentioned it last week. Technically, we just taped it, but Love Actually, right?
Yeah.
And it's a great movie. It's a really great movie. I think I'm comfortable now saying that.
Yeah.
I think it's a really funny, good Christmas movie.
A lot of people's favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah, we were just talking about what's the favorite Christmas movie. But anyway, there's this scene at the end where he goes. I guess he goes to, is it Spain or Portugal? Where he goes back. Where Colin
Colin
Firth.
Firth? Yeah.
Where does he go? Like
remember
Greece or
where it
something, whatever
is,
he goes to, and he meets up with the girl. that he's into, and he just decides on a whim. Like he's gonna go to his family's house. He walks in, and he's like, "Nah, I gotta do what I gotta do," and he walks out, which is a really great, another iconic thing.
Yeah.
But goes and they kiss at the end. But it's not only long, it's weird. Like he grabs her head weird, and they're kissing. Like he's kissing the top of her mouth at one point. Like it's I don't know. I think there must be a thing where the actors, if they don't have real chemistry when kissing, it comes through because you're just focused on them kissing.
I don't know. I don't remember that scene. Can you show it to me on Tommy?
It's like, yes, I'd like to marry you. That would be nice.
That's a Borat.
Yes, it's a Borat. It's actually a Borat prequel. I don't know if you know that. Love Actually. But I think it might be a thing. Like, you hear about sex scenes and you hear about,
Yeah.
So they must have, and you have the egos involved there.
Of
So
course.
if that girl's like, I don't want to fucking kiss this guy, and then she has to, it comes through. Like, when you watch two people,
Yeah.
like when I watch my neighbors kiss, they kiss great. But if you see two people kissing and they have good chemistry, you're like, oh yeah, you can see it naturally.
Yes, yeah.
Whatever. So
Yeah.
like all the porno I watch, they have tons of chemistry.
We gotta put these people on the big screen.
They could be movie stars with this kissing. So I think when it comes to, I'm not saying multiple iconic scenes, but I think if you match up, listening to the band on the radio, fucking Tiny Dancer.
Come on.
Tiny Dancer's a more famous scene. Almost Famous. What about Rotten Tomatoes? Match them up.
Oh, well, that's irrelevant. We're not going to that.
Well, we don't
trash
sing the
pit.
praises of Rotten Tomatoes. We have an issue with it.
Yeah, we're
I
not
have an
going to
issue
that
with it.
rag.
While we're looking,
Tommy has another scene.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's another
yeah.
scene. Well, the scene where they actually get signed, I always love because Steve Zahn has the line where he goes, "This man in a very nice trailer is asking us to sign a contract. I'm signing. You're signing. We're all signing." In a very nice trailer. Such a funny
Steve
line.
Zahn is phenomenal.
Oh, he's
in
the
that
best,
film.
yeah.
Well, he's one of them. That's what I'm saying. If you didn't have him in it, you kind of need.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I think what's his name? I don't even remember his name, but I love him. I just call him Guy.
Yeah.
Because it was the first time I'd heard that as a name, and I thought it was like a joke. And our most recent guest,
Guy Montgomery.
Yeah. What I want to do, what I would like to do, also on top of the Rotten Tomatoes thing, if we must, is I want to hear. Is it possible for us to hear the two songs, like just a sample of them?
We
that's what
Yes,
we usually
we
do.
can
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
just do it.
while you look those up, I'll go box office draw. Budget on that thing you do is $26 million, which seems high,
That does seem kind of high.
and drew in $34.5 million.
Hey,
I
a
know
win.
Almost Famous was kind of a disappointment.
Yeah,
when it
I don't
came
think
out.
that this is a measure of a good movie.
Box office Almost Famous made $47.4 million. I feel like the budget was way more though.
Yeah,
Where it was like it only
It had
became
bigger
critically acclaimed after.
And it was 2000. Wait, it was 2000.
2000.
Okay.
Let's do that as the last thing we do because Tommy, we're gonna wrap up soon anyway.
Oh yeah, budget was $60 million.
damn. All right, you know what?
I'm gonna
thing I
play
said
it
about
on my-
not mattering is wrong. It does matter.
I'm just gonna play on my phone, okay, Alex? I guess that works, right? Now, first off, we're gonna because we already know we actually agree with you on this.
I just want the listeners
You
to be
want
brought in.
you want a music
This is what
part
we
of
do
this.
anyways.
You want a
Yeah,
music
yeah.
part of this, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Fever Dog. This is from played by Stillwater from the Almost Famous soundtrack. Okay, this should work.
Now this is
John
fucking-
Bonham.
Hold on, this is when the levee breaks. Unless it's one placing. Oh,
Same beginning.
yeah, they really.
Indulgent.
That's a.
Well,
that's
one
a-
of my
that's a-
favorite Zeppelin songs.
Yeah, that's a let's sit in this intro.
I'm into it.
Yeah, our points are going down, down,
No
down.
way, man.
It's gonna keep going down
You
with
like
the
this?
lyrics.
It's pretty much when the levee breaks.
I'll tell you, it's authentic at least. You know what it reminds me of? I'm Going Hungry when Pearl Jam
yeah,
teamed up
Temple
with
of the Dog.
Temple of the
Yeah.
Dog. Because even that had kind of a whiny thing too. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm going hungry.
I don't mind.
Oh yeah, no,
I
this
do.
is-
Can I
Write a
get-
song that sounds exactly like Led Zeppelin and just do that.
I like in this
because that was one of the bands Crow
Yeah.
followed.
Should we try before we get to that thing you do? Should we do when the levee breaks and see if it's the beginning?
yeah, for sure.
Let's compare.
But I love that line in Almost Famous when he goes like, "When you said you like Fever Dog, that's the fucking buzz."
One of the lyrics to this is "Got to spit it out, the taste of the hair of the fever dog."
Oh, you want to do it? Okay, cool. So it's on the top right there. I just chose it.
The taste of the hair.
The taste of the hair, of the fever dog. It's so bad.
Is this dude eating a dog?
Yeah, I think he's
Here we go. Is that playing?
eating a dog bite by
This
bite.
is now. That was Fever Dog. Oh shit! Hold on, turn it up if you can.
It's very similar.
It's the exact same song.
Wow! And even just from this little bit, how much better is this song?
Yeah.
Even from this 2 seconds.
It's maybe my favorite Zeppelin song of all time.
Wow, you can turn it off. Do me a favor. Now put it back on. Put it back
that
in.
thing you do.
We're gonna do that.
I want to give you guys a little bit of credit here. Suzanne Beth writes, a close contender for the best song in the world, definitely from the best soundtrack ever, and a pretty good movie.
Fever
too.
Dog.
She's saying that the song
is better than the
song is
movie.
better than the movie.
Well, that's false.
Hey, take it up with Suzanne
Now here
Beth.
we go. Here comes your favorite thing in the world.
Oh, that's what we're saying?
Yeah, that's what this podcast is called. Defend your favorite thing in the world. That thing you do. Now let's hear the difference.
Hey, ready
And
for this?
this is where we'll
this
lose.
happy horse shit.
I hate you guys simultaneously bang the table.
Doing that thing you do, breaking my heart into a million pieces, like you always
It's a perfect pop song.
So good.
See, here's the thing.
don't mean to be.
All right, let me listen to it for a second. I get more time. Here's my thing about this. I'm gonna defend Fever Dog a little bit. Fever
Yeah, I
Dog.
was a fucking rocker.
Fever Dog sounds more authentic than That Thing You Do does, but That Thing You Do is a better song.
I think
Does
that's
that
a
make
fair
sense?
point.
That makes sense.
I get your
Yeah.
point.
Fever Dog is like that could have been
Sounds like a
could have
70s
been
song.
from a B-side from a 70s record. This is a manufactured pop song that like is using all the elements of a 60s
Yeah.
late 50s pop song, but doesn't sound as authentic as.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like maybe because Fever Dog has the like because it's just overproduced. Maybe it's a little bit overproduced. Fever Dog had a grittier kind of sound to it, whatever it was.
No, I think
So,
you're right. I think
yeah.
that does make sense.
But it is a better song. It's a way better song. You don't have to play it again. I think we got it.
Can you just play some of my stand-up before we get on?
Before we go, let's all do quick plugs so that Tom can get out of here.
hell
Tom,
yeah.
When are you guys running this? Do you know?
What?
Do you want
This
to open the
2
thing?
weeks.
This 2
from
weeks.
Friday.
2 weeks from now. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think that still makes sense
Oh,
for
we
this.
should do our show.
Yeah, so we will be Stand By Your Band live
Sean's
featuring
gonna be on
Sean
it.
Donnelly.
I'll be on it!
Will be January 13th at Union Hall.
Yeah, this will be out January 4th.
Okay.
Perfect. That's going to be a hell of a show. Nikki Glazer's guest judging. We've got Melissa Villasenor, Martin Urbano. Who else do we have on that bad boy? Shalewa Sharp, Caitlin Palufo. It's going to be really fun. Come to that. Get tickets at Union Hall. It's $7 in advance. Great show. I will be at the Comedy Attic January 17th through the 19th. Come see that.
I'm wearing the sweatshirt of the
He
place.
is, yeah.
That's why I
Bloomington,
wore it.
Indiana, baby.
Tom, me.
Yeah. Just also go to my website, TommyMcNamara.com. I'm putting up some new videos. I just did a live Christmas music show, so I'm putting up some videos from that on there. Check those out.
Really funny.
Next week I will be at Mohegan Sun Comics with Tom Papa, then headlining
Ooh.
City Steam the weekend after that, and then all Connecticut all January.
All right.
The weekend after that, headlining
It's a white month.
Fairfield Comedy Club February 1st. Yeah.
That's a,
So and AndyFiore.com and on social media and all that good stuff, and of course most importantly the podcast. But Shawnee,
I'm at Shawnee Time on Instagram and Twitter, and also I will be at Atlantic City Comedy Club. I think a week after this airs. So come there. It's fun. It's at the one of the casinos. Look it up on
Tropicana.
Tropicana.
Yeah.
Tropicana. Yeah. And also, yeah, most importantly, subscribe, rate, and review for the podcast. Let us know what matchups you want us to do. We have a bunch
Defend Your
of new
Movie.
stuff coming in the new year. So thank you so much, and thank you for doing this, guys.
Yeah, boys.
Yeah, hey,
so much
thank
fun.
you
Stand by
guys
your
for
band,
doing
guys.
it.
Do you want to do?
Stand by your band.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, rate and review on iTunes, and hey, get on that Patreon. We're gonna put some new. We'll have some new.
We gotta have both you guys on individually too. 'Cause
Yeah,
we've only
for
had
sure.
you in duos, and we've never had you at all. So we should
Yeah.
do it.
that'd be
Yeah,
great.
I'll be in.
tweet
I'll be
at
at the
us.
live show too, for sure.
Tweet
hanging
us
out.
your thoughts about both these movies and soundtracks. I'm at Tom Thakkar, Tom A Thakkar, THAKKAR. By the way, I know that's a pain in the ass.
And I'm Tommy McNam, MCNAM. Bye.
Bye bye.
Hey, keep it crispy.
My